More than 100 people are dead or missing in Mexico's western Sinaloa state since rival factions of the Sinaloa Cartel began clashing earlier this month.
A witness described as the Zeta cartel's takeover of the drug smuggling business in the northern Mexico town of Piedras Negras.
In the underbelly of global society, where law and order falter, organized crime syndicates thrive, weaving intricate webs of power, wealth, and fear. These shadowy empires operate beyond borders, manipulating economies, corrupting institutions, and leaving a trail of chaos that challenges even the most resolute law enforcement efforts. From the ancient codes of the Sicilian Mafia to the ruthless efficiency of Mexico's cartels, these organizations are not mere criminals. They are architects of illicit empires. Watch this video as we delve into the histories, operations, and enduring influence of the world's 10 most formidable criminal organizations, revealing the dark forces that shape our global landscape. Number 1. Sicilian Mafia, Cosa Nostra. The original crime syndicate. Born in the rugged landscapes of 19th century Sicily, the Sicilian Mafia, or Cosa Nostra, our thing, is the archetype of organized crime. Rooted in a culture of loyalty and silence, it emerged as a clandestine society enforcing its own justice in a region plagued by weak governance. By the mid-20th century, Cosa Nostra had crossed the Atlantic, with post-World War II emigration bringing its influence to American cities like New York. Figures like Charles Lucky Luciano forged alliances with other ethnic crime groups, cementing its transatlantic dominance. Cosa Nostra's power stemmed not only from violence, but from strategic corruption. By infiltrating politics and law enforcement, it secured protection for its drug trafficking, extortion, and gambling operations. The 1980s and 1990s saw a turning point with the Maxi trials, led by Judge Giovanni Falcone, who convicted hundreds of mafiosi. Falcone's assassination in 1992 underscored the group's volatility and resilience. Despite internal power struggles and relentless anti-mafia campaigns, Cosa Nostra remains a potent force, adapting to modern challenges while preserving its secretive traditions. Number 2. Russian Bratva, the global web of crime. The Russian Bratva, a sprawling network of criminal factions, embodies adaptability and ruthlessness. Originating in post-Soviet Russia, it capitalized on the chaos of economic transition to expand globally. Structured like a military, the Bratva is led by vor v zakone, thieves in law, elite crime lords who oversee a hierarchy of lieutenants and soldiers. This structure enables operations ranging from money laundering to contract killings with chilling precision. Extortion is a hallmark, with businesses in Bratva-controlled territories paying for protection to avoid violence. The group's infiltration of legitimate industries masks its illicit ventures, while its embrace of cybercrime, phishing, ransomware, and financial fraud marks it as a 21st century threat. Political corruption further shields its activities, with bribed officials obstructing justice. The Bratva's global reach demands coordinated international efforts to dismantle its intricate networks, a challenge that persists as it continues to evolve. Number 3. Sinaloa Cartel, masters of the drug trade. Mexico's Sinaloa Cartel, founded in the 1980s by Joaquin El Chapo Guzman and others, is a titan of the global drug trade. Based in Culiacan, Sinaloa, it has mastered smuggling through innovative means, including tunnels under the US-Mexico border and submarines for maritime transport. Its alliances with South American producers and North American distributors create a seamless supply chain, flooding markets with cocaine, methamphetamine, and heroin. The cartel's strength lies in its adaptability and diplomacy, forging partnerships with rival groups to maintain dominance. However, its history is marred by violence, with turf wars and internal betrayals leaving a bloody legacy. El Chapo's arrests and extradition in 2017 did little to weaken the cartel, as leaders like Ismael El Mayo Zambada continue its operations. The Sinaloa cartel's resilience underscores the difficulty of combating organizations deeply embedded in global trade networks. Number 4. Yakuza, Japan's Paradoxical Syndicate. The Yakuza, Japan's infamous organized crime syndicate, traces its origins to the Edo period, 1603 to 1868, evolving from samurai traditions into a modern criminal empire. Known for their elaborate tattoos and rigid codes, Yakuza members operate within a hierarchical structure, with factions like the Yamaguchi-gumi dominating. At its peak, the Yakuza boasted over 180,000 members, though stricter laws have reduced their numbers. Unlike secretive crime groups, the Yakuza maintain a public presence, engaging in both illicit activities, drug trafficking, extortion, and human trafficking, and legitimate businesses like construction and entertainment. Their involvement in disaster relief efforts adds a layer of societal ambivalence, blending fear with begrudging respect. Japan's anti-Boryokuden laws have curtailed their influence, but the Yakuza's adaptability and cultural roots make them a persistent challenge for law enforcement. Number 5. Medellin and Cali cartels. Colombia's drug lords. Colombia's Medellin and Cali cartels defined the global cocaine trade in the late 20th century. The Medellin cartel, led by Pablo Escobar, controlled over 80% of the world's cocaine market in the 1980s, using submarines and aircraft to smuggle vast quantities. Escobar's reign was marked by brutal violence, targeting anyone who opposed him, from judges to civilians. His death in 1993 marked the cartel's decline, but its legacy endures. The Cali cartel, led by the Rodriguez Orejuela brothers, operated with subtlety, prioritizing corruption over violence. By infiltrating banks and corporations, they laundered billions, evading detection longer than their rivals. Though both cartels have fragmented, their sophisticated networks and smuggling techniques continue to influence modern drug trafficking, challenging authorities worldwide. Number 6. Triads. China's clandestine empire. China's triads, secretive societies dating back to the 17th century, have evolved from political rebels into global crime syndicates. Led by a dragon head and structured with ranks like incense masters, triads operate in Hong Kong, Macau, and beyond, with strongholds in Chinese diaspora communities. Their portfolio includes drug trafficking, human smuggling, counterfeiting, and cybercrime, reflecting their ability to exploit globalization and technology. Triads' secrecy and community ties make them elusive. They use legitimate businesses as fronts, while corruption shields their operations. International efforts to combat them are hampered by linguistic barriers and their adaptability to new criminal markets. The Triads' enduring presence highlights the complexity of dismantling organizations deeply woven into cultural and economic fabrics. Number 7. Hells Angels, the outlaw bikers. Founded in 1948 in California, the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club, HAMC, transformed from a veterans' brotherhood into a global crime empire. With chapters in over 50 countries, the Hells Angels combine a rebellious image with ruthless efficiency. Their criminal ventures include methamphetamine production, weapons smuggling, extortion, and money laundering, often facilitated by alliances with other crime groups. Each chapter operates autonomously under a strict code, enabling rapid responses to opportunities or threats. Despite high-profile arrests, the Hells Angels' decentralized structure and loyal membership ensure their resilience. Their dual identity as cultural icons and criminals complicates law enforcement efforts, cementing their status as a formidable global syndicate. Number 8. 'Ndrangheta, Italy's cocaine kings. The 'Ndrangheta, hailing from Calabria, Italy, is a master of secrecy and cocaine trafficking, controlling 80% of Europe's market. Organized into familial units called Ndrine, its decentralized structure resists infiltration. Strong ties with South American cartels secure direct smuggling routes, while money laundering through legitimate businesses obscures their wealth. The 'Ndrangheta's cultural entrenchment in Calabria, combined with political corruption, makes it a daunting adversary. Despite Interpol and Europol's efforts, its adaptability ensures continued dominance, highlighting the challenge of combating crime syndicates rooted in local traditions. Number 9. Los Zetas, Mexico's military cartel. Formed by elite Mexican army deserters, Los Zetas emerged in the 1990s as the Gulf Cartel's enforcers before becoming an independent force. Their military training and advanced weaponry give them a tactical edge, controlling northeastern Mexico through drug trafficking, extortion, and human trafficking. Known for extreme violence, beheadings, mass killings, they instill terror to maintain dominance. Corruption and a decentralized structure make Los Zetas resilient against arrests. Despite leadership losses, their diversified operations and brutal tactics ensure their place as one of Mexico's most dangerous cartels, challenging government efforts to restore order. Number 10. MS-13. The global street gang Mara Salvatrucha. MS-13, born in the 1980s Los Angeles, grew from a Salvadoran immigrant protection group into a transnational menace, with cliques across Central America, North America, and Europe. MS-13 engages in drug trafficking, extortion, and contract killings. Its decentralized structure allows local autonomy under a shared code, while brutal initiations and violence enforce loyalty. Deportation policies have inadvertently spread MS-13's influence, strengthening cross-border networks. This complicates containment efforts, making MS-13 a persistent threat in the global fight against organized crime. The unending battle. These 10 criminal organizations, from the Sicilian Mafia's historic roots to MS-13's modern savagery, illustrate the diversity and resilience of organized crime. Their ability to adapt, corrupt, and exploit global systems poses a relentless challenge to law enforcement. Combating these shadow empires requires not just force, but sophisticated strategies, international cooperation, economic reforms, and cultural shifts to dismantle the foundations of their power. As long as opportunity and greed persist, these syndicates will endure, casting long shadows over our world. If you were blown away by these shadow empires, give us a thumbs up, share this with your true crime fans, and subscribe for more deep dives into the underworld.